Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay today? I'm going to go put this up real quick. I'll be right back. I'll be back. Oh, I'm going to have to find a different location to film in the mornings. This is really upsetting me. This glare, the lighting in here is awful. Good morning, friends. Good morning to everybody popping in. Good morning, Nancy. How are you? How are you this morning? Good morning, Trudy. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I was just over. If this bothers you, good morning, Sarah May. If the lighting bothers you, let me know, and I might see if I can find a different way to light up the room or something, because I don't like the lighting in here. It's just all overhead lighting. Let me see if I can change something. Oh, that's a little bit better. That's a little better, right? Good morning, ladies. How are you folks doing today? Good morning, Rita. Just in time to sit down for a few minutes till somebody needs you again. I love it. I love it. So today, my office, good morning, Mel. How are you? Today, the office is going to be closed, but I'm still going to go into work so I can try to get a couple things. Good morning, Pat. Okay, Rita. So I'm going to go in this morning for about 4 hours, and then I'm going to come home and crochet. I'm waiting for my devotional video to load. It's taking forever and a day to load up this morning. I don't know why. 57th birthday. Yay! Oh, Boston. Well, okay, that's not a cake. That's a pie. That's all right. Yeah, that sounds wonderful. That sounds wonderful. So yesterday I showed you guys my or was it yesterday or Sunday? I showed you the top, but I frogged it all and I made it a little bit smaller. It doesn't look smaller, but it is. And so this is how far see, I've done that. So I've got about another, I don't know, maybe 5 inches to go. Boston pie cake. I love it. You've been up forever. Rita, okay, wait a minute. Let me think here. Where does that put you? Are you in Australia? Um, thank you, Pat. Thank you. Good morning, Maribel. Norway. Oh. Oh, okay. So, oh, I'm thinking in the morning. Duh. Oh, thank you, Maribel. Let me grab, I'm going to grab my, y'all want to see my Doctor Who scarf that I finished? Wait till everybody comes on here. I was just watching Sadie. She was doing some stuff on her channel. I love, I mean, I love watching her thermal stitch pot holders. Where did you learn to do the thermal stitch, Sarah May? I'd like to know. Good morning, Denny. How are you? Okay, let me grab that scarf. Oh, oh, that was a close call. So here it is. Okay, now this is coming across blue, but it is purple, purple, purple. And it is, yeah, it's not coming across right. Let me move my coffee. Don't want to spill it. I was wondering about that. Yeah, because I remember she was showing how to do it. So there it is. It's about, let's see here, 3 times 4. It's oh my gosh, it's at least 13 feet long. Oh no. Oh, Denny, I am so sorry. That sounds awful. 2 strands of cotton. 2 strands of cotton. Oh my goodness. See, something like that would really hurt my shoulder. Good morning, Marty. You got your coffee. Yay. So that's, and this is done. This is about half of what like in the little directions thing that it showed, like the rows. Now, granted, this was knitted, so maybe the stitches weren't as tall, but that's only half of all of, see, these are the colors and how many rows you're supposed to do, and I only got to here. Starting here, I was, so yeah, Danny, that sounds so painful. Definitely will be praying for you today. So yeah, that's the it, I think it, and Mr. Happy said be done with it. So I just added for those that aren't familiar with Tunisian, you have to bind off like you do with knitting. And it's not a thing. Basically, it's slip stitching, but I had to put something on there, so I put a little bit of purple on there before I ended it. And I think it turned out neat because I started with purple and then I ended with purple. So, isn't that nice? So Mr. Happy is happy with that. I asked him if he would wear a cardigan or like a sweater. No, I'd never wear sweaters. But I love how it turned out. And that yarn is Paintbox DK. Well, sometimes I do a combination of Paintbox DK and Stylecraft DK, depending on the colors that I found. It's not for everyone, Sarah May. It really isn't. And unless you are familiar with knitting or have done something with knitting, it's kind of weird the way you hold your hook. But it's like I need something different from regular crochet just to kind of break stuff up. Denny, do you know how you pulled that muscle? It serves you right for trying to show the kids you still know how to do the splits. I'm teasing, Denny. You're going to Hobby Lobby today. Well, you know, their yarn isn't on sale this week, right? Oh, but the thread is. That's right. That's right. It is. Yes. It can be addicting. Now, what size thread do you use? Uh, do you use the 10, the 8, the 5, or the 3, or the 20? I don't use the 20. 20 is too small. I like the 3 is actually, in my opinion, the 3 is almost bigger than a fingering weight yarn, which is kind of neat. You like doing Tunisian? It's different, isn't it, Denny? I mean, it's just a switch from doing and I got another Tunisian project on the hook. I'll show you that in a second, but take a look. Oh, that's nice. So I frogged the other one because it was too wide. And I had about this much done. I frogged it all. Can you believe it? But I went ahead and started another. So I have about 5 more inches to go on this. No, those are too small. I believe it. It's there is a learning curve. I admit, Sarah May, there's a learning curve to it. So I'm doing this. Good morning, Brenda. Black coffee in the cup with little sugar. Oh, that's a strong constitution right there. So I finished this much yesterday, and I'm in hopes to finish this this afternoon, the back, and then start the front this afternoon. So that is what I'm going to work on that here in a little bit. So I am trying to. Denny, did you ever say how you did that? You sweet thing. Mm-mm-mm. Those are very painful. My dad, military, I mean, he learned early on, like when he was 18, he drank black coffee because that's all they got in the army, you know. Good morning, Amby. How are you? Ooh, Danny got a package coming. Thank you, Brenda. It is Uru yarn. It's the uh from Knit Crate, and it's Pima cotton. It's so lovely to work with. So I did start another Tunisian project. Oh, let me show you what I'm doing here. That's funny, Denny. You two were thinking the same thing. Pat, you keep on them, girl. Really, Marnie, you have a strong constitution too. Because I need the sweetness to I need the sweetness of the stevia, but it still tastes too bitter, and that's what the heavy whipping cream takes, that bitterness out of the coffee for me. Because even with like a flavored coffee, I still have to have a little bit of the heavy whipping cream. I'm weird that way. So I started on my cardigan by oh honey, are you able to take ibuprofen or some Motrin or something? Oh gosh, that I know that is a terrible place to have a. So I started this cardigan yesterday, and I can't work on it anymore because I'm waiting for the next color that's coming in the mail. But so this is how much I've got done so far. And this color is going to be like this. See? And then it's going to go to this color. Then there's 1, 2, 3 more colors. And then it's almost too wide. It's almost too wide. I don't know. Well, anyway, it's supposed to go from dark. It's supposed to get all the way to the middle to get the lightest color and then dark again. Yeah. Well, when you're fasting, yeah, that makes sense. No black coffee here. No. Good morning, Roberta. How are you? I see that. Were you getting tired of people not knowing what your name was? Really? It showed up after all? You know what? I had the same thing happen, Marnie. I forgot to tell you. It happened with my chair, my work chair. Um, it kept saying it's lost in the mail. It's lost in the mail. You can call, to get a refund after a certain date. Then all of a sudden it pops up and says it's on its way, but it's going to be late. And then it comes back and it's like, oh my goodness. And then finally it's delivered. And I'm like, what? Uh, Yesterday, Katrina's Crochet World was on live and discovered the night bot giveaway feature. And after playing for a while, decided to have a real one. I want a set of hooks. Oh, Frenchie, that's amazing. I have one of those husband pillows and propped it under my leg to sleep. It's slightly better. Oh, Denny, yeah. Oh, did I tell you about the husband at work? Okay, I have to tell you this story if I haven't told it to you yet. It was the cutest thing. I had a patient and he was in there with his wife and his daughter, okay? The husband was getting his eyes checked, and the wife and the daughter, she was about 7, were out shopping in Walmart, and then they were going to come back. While I was going out there, wait, okay. I have to. This is funny, Sarah. These pillows are shaped like they're like have this part, and then they have like arms where you can kind of like rest your they have, yeah, where you can rest your elbows on them and lean up against them, and they're kind of like slanted. Okay, Pat, get your coffee, honey. So yes. So this little girl was coming up to the coming up back to the office, and she, uh, wow, Oh, wow, Marnie, that's amazing. I should have done something like that, and I would have gotten the free chair. So, anyway, she was coming in with this hanging on her, or maybe she was holding it by her hand, and I said, "Oh, I like your husband." And she kind of looked at me, her eyes just got wide, and she kind of looked at her mom like, "What in the world?" I said, "Don't you know that that's what that is called? That's called a husband." And she goes, "Take it, mommy, take it." I don't want a husband. That was the cutest thing. Sarah May, but they're in Walmart. Because it's one of those things that college kids use, to sit up in bed and read at night or to study, or you can prop it on the floor and lean up against something. It was the funniest thing. Yeah, it was so cute. That little girl, her face, "Take it, mommy, take it. I don't want a husband." And everybody was like, kind of like laughing. They go, "Good answer, good answer." So anyway, this is my Tunisian project. I'm kind of like stuck until I get the other yarn. Um, and it's in this brown. I hope it goes with my complexion and everything. But yeah, okay, Sarah May. Yeah, they're really I love those. I had one when I was in college. Yeah, I don't know where it got its name from, but it sure is funny. Yeah. Won't be married. Are you going to make sure she doesn't get married, Denny? Is that what it is? So anyway, so that's my Tunisian project. And then I haven't really started on much anything else, but I'm hoping that this week I'll have this top done, and then I still have another month before the crochet along is going to be ready to do. She taught you what it was. I think, doesn't she have one, Denny? Doesn't she have one on her in the truck? A backrest. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was I that's what I used to always call it too, until I found out what it was called, and then I always like calling it that because it's funny. So, for those of you that didn't hear, today the doctor's is not going to be in, so the office is going to be closed. But I'm going to go ahead and go in and work a couple hours this morning. There's enough to get done. I've got a lot of phone calls to make and return phone calls and try to get a little bit of paperwork done this morning. And then around lunchtime, I'll come home. Yesterday was gorgeous. I mean, not gorgeous, but it rained all day and I loved it. It was raining, pouring down rain all day. It didn't get up past 74 degrees. I loved it. I wish I could have stayed home the whole day. I really do. My fake clover I'm using right now broke the day before. Just roll them. What? Oh my goodness. Really, Sarah May? Well, then it must have been over here and just to the south. You're not a fan. No, I'm not a fan of hot weather either. I will take okay, honest to goodness, I'd like it temperate. I want it temperate. I, I love it when it's like in the between 65 and 75. I could live like that forever. Yeah, yeah, duct tape fixes everything. That's funny. Oh, me either. Me either, Marnie. Uh-uh. And in fact, I used to be, I can't wait till fall, and I love fall weather. I also I do, I have to say, I like a lot of the winter weather if it's not if there's not a lot of snow on the ground, or actually I kind of like the snow as long as it's not icy. Yeah, Marnie, mhm. Yeah, but you know what? I'm also really digging the spring too because I like the rain. I do, if I can stay home and crochet all day in the rain, that would be fun. But yesterday, um, I really should have stayed home. Uh, Mom and I really got into it. I don't know. I tell you what, my that's right. Clean and crochet and more crochet. And then sometimes you crochet, right? Oh, I know, I know. There's just something about it, right? Something cozy. And a lot of people they don't like to crochet blankets in the summertime because they say it's too hot. See, to me, I when I go inside, well, and I guess that has to do with air conditioner too, um but even in the summertime when I was camping before, I used to take a blanket and I used to, put it over top of my lap and crochet blankets in the summertime because it just to me it was cozy. I know that is really cool, Frenchie. That's a God timing thing, isn't it? Yes, right, Marnie. Yes, that's pretty. Yeah, so yesterday was not a good day for mom, and I come home and tell Mr. Happy about everything, and he's like, "You sit there and watch all of these videos on how you're not to argue with your mom and all this kind of stuff, because their mind is not where it's not there anymore, and you're not supposed to argue, and you're not supposed to argue, and you're not supposed to fight with them, and because they don't know what's I said, you know what? I challenge you. I challenge This is what I told Mr. Happy. I challenge you to sit there and take the verbal abuse and be patient and not say anything where you're trying to hold your lip. You're saying, I'm not gonna argue. And they sit there and berate you. And then they get mad because you're not responding. And it's just, the only time I don't like crocheting is if my hands are hot and sweaty. I don't like the feel of any yarn, especially acrylic. Yes, right, Sarah May. And, she was going, oh, she was way out there and she was saying all kinds of stuff. And I said, you are not hearing what I'm saying. And I said, you're determined to, well, I didn't say it, I was yelling it. Uh, you know, you're choosing to believe what you want to believe, and you're not listening to what I say. And I called my brother, and it's a good thing that he wasn't he wasn't available to talk because I was going to say you might want to bring mom some balloons for her pity party because that's exactly what she was doing. I said, you want to sit here and pout and play your pity party card. Oh, what was me? Nobody cares about me. Nobody loves me. You don't care. I'm just going to do this and that. And I said, fine. You want to be like that? I'm taking off. I said, I think you're right. Maybe we don't need to spend any more time together for a while. So you won't see me for the next couple days. The thing is, Denny, is that she called, I told her, I said, I'm not, we're not going to talk. I'm not going to come by. I'm not going to communicate with you for the next several days. We need a break. So when I came home, I told Mr. Happy, I said, the sad thing about this whole thing is that she will not remember the topic at all. She will not remember what we were fighting over, but she will remember that she's mad at me and that I hurt her. And she's just going to believe that. And so she called. I did not answer the phone last night, and she left me a voicemail. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should not have said those things. I shouldn't have made you mad. But she doesn't remember what it was she said. I'm sorry if I made you upset yesterday. That was not my intention. And I know she in her mind believes that. But I'm just so I'm over it. I'm over it. She doesn't need to be living on her own, and she's being too stubborn and too childish to get it. Oh, yeah. Was she mean before, or did she have that kind of a streak before? Now, I think a stroke would be a little bit different. Good morning. Good morning, Susan. But I told her, I said, you're one of those people that's, it's your house is flooding and you're up on the rooftop and you're calling out to God to save you, and he sent along a daughter. I mean, you didn't want to go with her. You didn't want to do what she suggested. Sent a son. You don't want to do what he suggested. You wanted God to save you. And I'm like, come on. I said, you're going to sit here and drown in your own house. That's what's going to happen. And I know I was cruel. I was mean, but it had to be said. She has to understand that she cannot live in that house by herself. Yes. And you know what? What I have heard, Marnie, is that uh yes, I know, Denny. I know. I I know all those things, but when you're in the heat of the moment, it's like, doggone it, that woman just drives me nuts. And she just needs to be taken care of. And if she's not going to let me, put her in, put her in. If she's unwilling to go to an assisted living or memory care unit, and she's refusing to go to my brother's to live with him, and she's wanting to stay in her own house, and she's gonna, I want to stay here. Well, then there's consequences for that, and she is unconsolable. I don't know. Um, oh, what I started to say, Marnie, is I have heard so many people say that those the true character, not a true character, but it's amplified once their mind starts going, because it's the base, it's like the very base of what they were before they had this the brain scarring. So anyway, I'm sorry guys, I'm going off on a tangent. I just had a very rough day yesterday, and I hate days like that. And, you know, part of the problem, Denny, is that she sits there and uses God. I mean, okay, she's a believer, I know that. But uh well, I know. She uses God, and she almost uses him in a, oh, I don't know what the, like, she almost curses, but not cursing, and she justifies it. Like, she says, "Oh God, just help me with this woman." And I'm like, "Did you really just use God's name like that?" And she looks at me, "What? Can't I pray to God the way I want to?" I'm like, "What?" I know, I was too. I was too, Susan. I was over there earlier watching her. Excuse me. Well, yeah, and my mom doesn't act this way around my brother either. And 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 I have a lot. Oh, Joanne, hello. Um Here where I'm not sure if it's everywhere, Joanne, but I know here, um they will only come in for an hour or two once or twice a week. I know, Denny. I know. You know, one of the things I tell myself is I don't want to live with any regrets. And there are some things that I do regret, and I'll go and apologize. Good morning, Kay. Um, but for most of the time, I don't regret some most of the things I say to my mom. I don't regret them. I think, okay, well, maybe I could have said that a little bit more diplomatically, but she basically is reverting to act like a toddler. And she's a toddler in a grown woman's body. And how do you respond to that? Do you, because I told her, I said, you you have to trust me to take care of you. And she doesn't, I don't know if she doesn't understand it. I said, but you have to believe that I have your best. And I think that's part of the problem. um I'm glad you're here too, Joanne. I'm so glad you're here. um yeah, so I don't know if I should just take the control from her, because she cannot write bills. She cannot. I'm writing out all of her bills for her, um, or paying all of her bills, writing her checks for her and signing her name. And but she wants control of her money. It's my money. I said, I know. She doesn't understand any of it. Okay, enough talk. I just need to call my brother and talk to him a little bit to try to understand what's going on. Um, Yeah, I know. Hi, Beverly. How are you this morning? And sometimes I wonder, okay, God, um, I think she would. I think she would be more content and happier if she were in an assisted living facility. I hate that word. Okay, a residence. If she lived in a senior care facility, if she was a resident of a senior living community and in a memory care, as long as I didn't call it memory care, I think she would be much happier because there would be people to attend to her all the time. Um, yeah, I know it is hard. It is hard, but you have to get to a point where you say, I can't do this on my own. And she doesn't want to do that. And maybe if she says, I can't do that anymore, maybe she will digress even more. It took her an hour to eat a meal and like to sit down and do, if to eat breakfast, it takes her about 2 hours because it takes her half an hour to actually get everything together and sit down. Then it takes her an hour to eat, and then another hour or half an hour to 45 minutes to put everything away. How did it go? Oh, good. Okay. So, will you get new glasses? How long does it take to get your glasses in? I know, Sarah Mae. That's exactly how I know my mom is going to be. I know it. Because she wants company. She wants somebody to be there. She she's not able to make her meals by herself. And sometimes she gets so, I don't know, down that she won't even make a meal. And she'll just have a couple of grapes, or she'll sit down and she'll walk past and grab a cherry tomato and have it. And that's all she eats because she doesn't want to go open the refrigerator, open up a prepackaged meal and put it in the microwave. I know. I told her that, Susan. Your jury duty was canceled. Wow. Oh, thank you, Sarah Mae. And Denny, I do appreciate everything you're saying. I really, really do, because I know you're coming from a heart that is very caring and very loving and generous with your time. I working full time and trying to have a life outside of my mother. I know that there are things that I have to do. Um, and my brother has been very, in the last year, since he's come to realize that mom is this way, he is coming to realize that she needs this too. And maybe it's just a matter of, now I called the memory care unit that I wanted her to go to. Um, they don't have any openings. So I need to talk to my brother. If she doesn't decide to go to my brother's house to live with him, then I'm seriously going to have to put her on the waiting list and then just do it for her, because she's going to hate me, but it's something that she needs. I need to do it for her. 3 weeks. Wow, that's a long time. And Denny, there's a thing there's a lot of people in mom's situation that understands that they have Alzheimer's. There's a lot of people that know that they have problems with and that they need help. That mom has what is called anosognosia, where that part of the brain is already cut off where she doesn't recognize that she has any problems. To her, it's all my fault. It's not that she's taking forever and a day to do anything. Oh, I see, Beverly. So they have to send it out. Yeah. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, guys. So I'm hoping to get the back of this top done today. And then maybe start on the front, because it was so fun yesterday. I was timing myself how long it took me to do one row. And the first time it took me 4 minutes, 11 seconds to do one row. And then I said, okay, I can beat that. So then I tried again, 3.56. And it was like, oh, I'm getting faster, but I couldn't go any faster than that. So it took me less than 4 minutes to do one row. So I was trying to see how many rows I could get in an hour, or 15 minutes or whatever. Had her play. She would. Yeah. I one of the I don't want to have a regret of having her be in a situation where she's going to do things to hurt me, whether it's like to hit me or to throw something at me, which she's getting pretty darn close to doing stuff like that. Very hard. It's 73 now. And took my kids. Yes. Good morning, Lisa. Tell the doctor I had a problem seeing the hole in the sewing needle. How about Denny? Good morning, Andrea. How are you, Granny? That's cute, Denny. I don't follow them, so it's hard to find a subject anymore in the social world, right? So what's a safe topic we can talk about anymore? Oh no, Rita, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's tough. That is very tough. My dad had he had pancreatic cancer, and he was still living with mom, but she wasn't able to do much. I ended up taking him back and forth to the emergency room and taking him to the hospitals and stuff like that. Oh, Rosemary, I'm sorry that you're not feeling well with your back situation. Oh, that is terrible. I'm so sorry. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning. Yarn, Susan. Yes, yarn. That's a safe subject. As long as we don't argue over what's the best kind. Really, Andrew, you do the same thing? Yeah, isn't it fun? Is like put my stopwatch on. So, okay. So I've got about 15 more minutes. I'm going to try to get to work at 8. Now on Tuesday mornings, I usually don't start until 9:30. But since the office isn't open, I'm going to start at 8 so that I can And when I'm there by myself, here's what I do. I either turn on music or I'll get on YouTube and I'll punch in like a live or something, or videos that I wanted to watch. And oh, uh, Barney, is that why he was not feeling well? And did he come home from work early yesterday? Last night now shouldn't take too long to do. All right, Beverly, you go, girl. You're gonna time yourself how long it takes you to. You should. That'd be fun. Try to best yourself. Rita's knitting a red sweater for your bonus son. Yay! Yeah, they do grow fast. Yesterday I was. Oh, guys, I gotta show you a picture. What did I? Okay, hold on a second. I gotta find a picture to show you. Okay, hold on, because y'all are gonna love this. Oh, Susan, that could be. Okay, hold on. I got out my photo album. Okay, it's a whole nother situation. I was showing my mom pictures, and here is a picture. Oh, you can't. I have to take it out of the sleeve. This is like about a week after we got our last daughter. Okay, so here she is. Look, we're all sitting in China. That's my daughter right there. Isn't she adorable? She's so adorable. Oh no, Danny, I understand. No, I totally Hi, Sadie, honey, how are you? So there's my daughter right there, and she was 21 months old. And those are the rest of the girls that were adopted. So there were 4 other couples. This little girl kept falling over, and Nasia would kick her up. It's so cute. Okay, so but this is the picture that I wanted to show you. Here she in this picture, she's about 7 or 8, I think. Hold on now. Come on. Look here. Do you see what she's doing? And look, she's got her finger pointed straight up. She was trying so hard to keep the tension on her yarn. I have 3 children, 2 biological and 1 adopted. So here she is. I had just taught her how to crochet. And she's got that skein of yarn in her hand. Isn't it cute? I remember. I mean, I remember the couch. I remember all that whole area. Did y'all see her? I'm muted? No, I'm not muted. I might have been away from the camera. Oh, sorry. Okay, so anyway, that's my daughter. That's my youngest. She's about 7 in the picture. Um, and she was she'll be 24 this year. So yeah. Oh, here, let me show off something. For those of you that didn't realize that I sewed, that was a long time ago. I made these dresses. So I made those dresses for my oldest daughter, and Kay, really? Where does she live? Hey, Mel, are you still here? Mel, are you still on the live? Thank you. Yeah, I loved making those dresses. They were so much fun. No more sewing in my no more sewing in my future. It takes too long. I might take up doing maybe like a skirt or something for myself, since I am going bohemian, I might do something like that. But um I would love to visit Norway and Sweden once sometime. That just looks or sounds. Hi, Kelly. How are you? So I guess Mel Hartley isn't still here, huh? Okay. Because I was going to say, look for her. Because Mel lives in the same town that they live. Roberta, wow. That's something. uh, Lisa, your daughter's 23, your oldest, and your youngest will be 8. Oh, that's a big span. That is a big span. Uh, my oldest is 30, 31. My son just turned 30, and then my youngest will be 24 this month or next month. Outside of Evansville? What? How cool. Roberta, that is so amazing. That is so cool. That is not too far. That's about 2 hours from me. Is Evansville? No, maybe Mama Kay is Evansville. How far are we? Because Mama Kay is in Evansville. Yeah, Evansville, Indiana. That's what she said. Okay, Susan, honey, you get some sleep, okay? Love you. Yes, those pups count. Of course they do. Wow. Wow, that is something. That is something, Marnie. That is so cool, Roberta. Okay, I want to do a couple more rows here. I only have this much yarn to finish, so let me see if I can finish this before I have to take off. Oh, okay. Wow. Well, still, Marnie. Okay, so let's see here. Let's talk about. Okay, is anybody watching the Olympics? That's funny, Roberta. Oh, that sounds interesting, Beverly. Chili. I think I'm going to try and make something keto for supper tonight. Um, I have some keto bread, and I'm going to make salami and provolone grilled cheese, and then tomato soup. But the way I'm going to make the tomato soup is I have a sorry, I was reading everything about Evansville. How far away are you from me, Mama Kay? I did I haven't made them very often. I'll put it this way. Um not yeah, I only made them once, and since Mr. Happy doesn't really like to clean up appliances like that, about 2 hours, yeah. Um, so I'm going to make for supper tonight. I think I'm going to make a homemade tomato soup slash bisque, whatever you want to call it, and get some really good Roma tomatoes and um, and some vegetable broth and some good Italian spices or herbs, I should say. And what I'm gonna try this, see how it works. But I'm gonna stick them in my I have a Vitamix. You can't see it. It's like behind that watering can on the back counter. It's a Vitamix. Anyway, I'm going to put the chicken, the vegetable broth and tomatoes in there, and really do it up like 6 minutes so that it'll heat up, and then throw in some heavy whipping cream and some herbs, and I think that's going to make a wonderful, delicious, low carb soup. And then with the cheese sandwiches, I think that's going to be so amazing. That's what we're going to do for supper. Um, I have not been watching the Olympics. I get depressed on some of the stuff that I'm watching. I found a new way that I love to make them. I put a slice of provolone on the waffle maker, spoonful of chopped onions on top of that, along with garlic, another slice of cheese. See, I don't like onions. I won't put onions on anything. Won't put onions on anything. Now I might put onion, like a little bit of onion in that with the tomatoes to make the soup, just to kind of give it a little bit of flavor. But I really like the taste of the tomato. And if I put at the end, put some basil and some just a touch of rosemary, maybe. I think that sounds so good. Yeah, see, I don't like onions at all. And I mean, I don't like no, not for me. Um I know I usually am a huge fan of the Olympics, but with all the politics going on with it, no, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to have any part of it this year for some reason. Well, not for some reason, but because there's just too much politicking going on. Really, Beverly? Wow, that's interesting. Is it whether they're cooked or not, or The smell of them, do you know why they do that? No, I've always hated onions, even as a kid. Um, I know, Christy, right? You know, it's like, come on, get over it. It's not, it has never been about that. I mean, wasn't started that way. See, I love gymnastics, men and women. I think, oh, some of the most fit athletes in the world are in gymnastics. It's amazing. Those men that they have to hold themselves up on the rings like this. Can you imagine all the strength in their backs and their arms? Holy smoke! And to not swing back and forth. Oh my word! That to me is mm-mm-mm. No, it's not, Sarah May. It sure isn't. Okay, let's see. Uncooked onions. Okay, so if you do put them in your chili and cook them, do they still make your nose bleed? Christy, did I say hello? Yeah, I don't have the answer to that, Kelly. Um, oh yeah, he was amazing, Marnie. And so sorry, Christy. So yeah, I like watching gymnastics in the summer, and then I love watching ice skating in the winter. But oh well, not this time around. Not this time around. There's just the world has just changed too much, and it's changed everything, and I just nope. I don't think Olympics will ever be what it used to be. Yeah, I just recently saw a couple synchronized swimming competition. That's really fun to watch. Ice skating is your fave? Yeah. Well, you live in such a cold climate, I imagine that might be a reason why. So anyway, let's see here. What's the time? 7:33. Okay. I'm gonna finish one more row. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Sadie. Go back to way that the Olympics were done 20, 30, 40 years ago. It's so sad. You get lots and lots of snow. Yeah. Um, track and field. Yeah. What? Oh my word, Christy. Holy smokes. That sounds awful. I don't even want to know. Oh, that sounds like a lot of blood right there. Mm-mm-mm. I'm so sorry. How many stitches did you have to get? I guess it really doesn't matter as long as they stitched you up. Well, that's good, Denny. I'm glad you're able to do that. For some reason, I'm having a hard time separating it in my I mean, I'll watch like recaps of stuff on like YouTube, like they'll have a recap of the, you know, whatever, and I like watching those. So away for the day. Yeah. Are you going to try to finish the sleeves on your sweater, Beverly? Yeah, I'm going to um I just have to throw my daily pills in my bag and oh, it's going to take a few days. Yeah. Um one more. Well, like I said, I timed myself and it takes me I could while I'm talking here um and if I don't look up to read and I keep at it, it takes me about 4 minutes to do one row. So I can say, oh, I can do one more row. Pills and needles all taken this morning. Oh, yuck. I've got, well, the pills I take mostly are like supplements. I only take well, right now, what am I taking? I'm only taking like three total prescription medications, and I'm trying hard to wean myself off of the one, but it's just not. I know I feel it when I don't take it. Good morning, Gail. How are you? And Nancy, good morning. Use the ribbon. Yeah. Yes, I understood what you were saying, Bev. You know who hasn't been on with us in the mornings anymore, and she used to be here every morning is Bev, Ditmer Knittery. She used to come on here. What's the deal with her? If y'all see her sometime today, let me know. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, too bad you don't live any closer. Well, doctor's not going to be into our office today, so you couldn't see our eye doctor. Marnie, have a wonderful day, sweetheart. Okay, enjoy your chili making. I've got about 2 minutes before I got to get off because I'm going to be at the end of my row. You guys, I wish I could tell you. I wish I could convey how much you guys mean to me. Um, yeah, Maribel, right. Yeah, but then didn't I see somewhere? Well, maybe that's why she isn't here because she did get the job and she's working early. I don't know, but she used to. Um, oh, Kay, thank you so much. Kay, are you working today? Thank you, Nancy. Thank you for the reminder of the thumbs up. I appreciate that. All right, guys. I hope you all have a great day. We'll talk to you later, okay? Bye. Love you.